Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here at the Center for Inner Wisdom on a Sunday afternoon. I'm really excited. This is the first Family Constellations workshop I will be facilitating here. And we've been trying to arrange this, for almost 6 months now, I think. And it finally is happening. So I'm really excited that you're here. I just want to let you know, to start out, my name is John. And I've been doing this work for, I think I went to my first constellation back in September of 2012. And I actually, when I first heard about the family constellations, I totally dismissed it. I thought, another modality, just what the world needs. And so I didn't pay much attention to it. And then I went to a gathering in Miami with a woman who eventually became my constellations teacher, and I was riding down the elevator with this young woman's mother, actually, and she was going on and on about how amazing family constellations were. So I thought, well, maybe I better pay attention. So I went to the next one that she was holding, and it blew my mind what happened. So I'm hoping that you have a similar experience today. My intention is for all of us to realize how much more in common we have than we are different. And it sounds corny, but it happens every time. We come as strangers. Most of us don't know each other, some of us do, but we come as strangers and we leave as a new family. This is absolutely a safe place here. I like to call it spiritual Vegas. What happens here stays here. So no matter what, we all have families and they've all done some interesting things. And so we're not going to shy away from anything. Whatever you feel safe sharing here, please do, because we are here to find what are some of these patterns that we are carrying for our families. We all know that we get some of our physical characteristics from our family. We inherit eye color or hair color or sensitive skin or not sensitive skin, or we tan easy, but we also can inherit family trauma. Things that happen to our ancestors that set off, actually I won't get into the science of it because that would be a whole nother discussion, but something can happen to our family, and then if it's not dealt with or processed, we experience the same thing. So I want to invite you to think about an area of your life that, despite your best efforts, despite coming to wonderful classes here or your other spiritual practices, that it's a pattern that keeps repeating, like, I keep having this horrible boss, or I'm in a relationship with the same person with a different face, or maybe there's a health challenge that keeps popping up, or you get rid of one and then something else pops up. So it usually falls in one of 4 categories: your finances, your health, your relationships, or how you spend your time and your talents. But it could be something as simple as, I have this one sister that no matter what, we just cannot get along. It's like oil and water whenever we're together. It could be something like that. So just be thinking about that, because that's what we're going to take a look at today. And if you haven't already done so, we will before we start. There are little pieces of paper on the desk when you came in. And anyone who would like the opportunity to have their constellation done and sit in this nice chair next to me, you'll write your name on that little piece of paper. Not yet, we'll do it later. And then I like to let Spirit decide whose constellation will be done. We'll probably have a chance to do 2 or 3 today in our time together, depending on how long they are. And I trust that whoever's name gets picked will be the perfect constellation, that we all will get something out of it. We are going to see, oh my gosh, I have an Aunt Betty also, or the same thing happened in my family. That's why it blew my mind, that the synchronicities that happen just because of our common intention to come here, to gather, to circle up, and to be of support to our brothers and sisters. So this isn't necessarily the best seat in the house.
Hot seat.
Yes, exactly. Because when it is your constellation, all eyes are on you, and it's your personal story, and it can be very intense. Again, I want to create a safe space here, so no matter what you want to bring here, it's okay, and you're going to be loved. This is, the thing I love most about this work is that it's all about love. No matter what happened, no matter how crazy it might have felt, or how painful it might have been, we're going to see that there is love wanting to be revealed underneath it. So there's absolutely no obligation. So if you just want to observe, you can just observe this afternoon, and you will be as much a part of it, being a witness to what's happening, as anyone sitting here. So that is an option. If your name gets picked and you haven't done this before and you're like, ooh, I'd rather not be the first one, you can pass. We'll pick another name, and if you do feel ready, you'll come and sit next to me and I'll ask you some questions. But you can pass, so that's okay. Don't feel like, what have I gotten myself into? The other thing I want to say is that might be asked to represent in somebody else's constellation. And again, if you feel like you just want to watch, you can respectfully pass, and no one will take it personally. It's just, again, there's no obligation here. I just want everyone to feel safe and comfortable. Before we start, and before we go around and introduce ourselves, I'd like to lead us in a guided meditation that is specifically tailored for family constellations. So I'm going to do that now, so go ahead and get comfortable, whatever that is for you. I'm going to play my crystal singing bowl to get us segged in even more than we already are.